It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25. To the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, right here. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Let it go.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
That's another Baltimore first down. First mention.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Got it. Check. 40.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson.
That quick observation.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 46-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's 3rd down and 6.
After 1, 7. On EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Ravens nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Running right, this is Ingram, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Wilson.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run.
Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. To try again after the sack. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to let it go deep, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. From the gun, Jackson. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Jackson will keep it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. They go play action here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime.
Here I come. Here I come.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key play.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 46 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. John Ursua there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jackson, options out left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caught.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's make these babies cry.
Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
He's checking.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Ingram again, a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 on the Seahawks' 26-yard line.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Cut.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Quentin Jefferson able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you good? You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. He'll buy some time right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Good job right there. Hey,
oh, Wilson going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson stepping up. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know they you tryna go be? Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up.